So we have some Swiss cheese ivy inside, which is just going absolutely crazy. So we are going to do up some pots, and we're going to fill them up with some soil. So one thing that we do is at the end of the year, all the pots and everything that are just done with, we throw them in the swimming pool, and just all that soil is there. So then we can just come out and grab it as needed and reuse it, because it's all still good. And I just add a little bit of like compost to it. All the root matter from previous plants, that's all gonna break down and create more nutrients. And there's funguses, all kinds of good things in here. It's a nice balanced ecosystem. There's worms throughout. And by reusing your soil, one, you're saving a lot of money. And two, you're allowing that soil to age and to become more biodiverse and available for the plants. Because as these nutrients break down further and further, they release more and more trace elements from them. And yeah, so we'll go ahead, take these inside, and we'll show you how to take some cuttings off the ivy, and we can propagate these. And this is a great business too, because these are highly valued plants, and selling them can bring you in some money. So if you need to get some cuttings for yourself, let us know, and you can create your own little propagation business on the side too. So we're back here in the Zen Den, looking at our ivy here. So this ivy we got when we came to Washington in 2018. So we've had it here, you know, this is 3 years. And it was just a little tiny shoot, and the end was actually damaged, and we were worried whether it would ever sprout or grow when we got it. And, you know, we actually just barely, it was just kind of random that we were able to get it. Nicole found it on Pinterest and really wanted one, and we went all around to find one, and no one had one except for this little shop that had just got one in, and they took a cutting off of it. So it wasn't even rooted. It was just a cutting like we're going to do today and a little bit of dirt. But it took off, and the cutting was damaged. So look at these leaves, though. Look at how huge and gigantic they've gotten. This thing has really propagated. Just, it's went so well. And look how long these are. I mean, just these huge loops and loops and loops and windings and curves. Like, look at this new growth here. I mean, this is phenomenal. Like that.
So what are we looking for cuttings?
So it's actually super simple. So you have root, you want root to go on the ground, and you need a node so that way a new branch can grow out. So you need 2 nodes to make up a cutting. So right here, you see how nice this is going up here like that? Well, we can just simply cut this here like that. These will go into the soil and grow. We can cut this just a tad, about like that. Leave a little bit of extra so it can kind of dry up and have like a little bit of extra holding. But this right here, these roots are going to grow, and we'll put this down in the dirt, and this will continue to go on. So we got cutting here, but now even these we can do the same with. You see how this here has a node? We can just simply cut this above the next node, just like that. So see, 1, 2 in front of the third clip. We'll let that dangle gently. And then we can take this piece here and just take a little bit of the excess and clip it off.
Yeah, we don't want that excess because it will mold. It can mold and rot.
Yeah. And then you set it in the pot. And we'll just keep going. So now we got another 2 nodes on the third clip. And we can just go like this. You look at that. You see how roots will come out on that stem too. You just want to cut it back a little bit, you know, but you want to give it a little bit of room below. It just doesn't require the whole thing. And same thing here. So we can just go back in front of that clip. Look at those roots. So there's already roots popping on here, so I'm not even gonna take any off. I can simply set this down in the soil like to here, and I might even get 2 shoots that grow off. These ivies tend to only shoot 1 shoot off though. They like to just keep growing straight. You can see where I clipped it before, and you see how that whole new shoot grew off where I clipped it before. So I can literally just clip it here again, and it'll do the same thing.
Is that what you're gonna do?
I'm gonna actually clip it right here, like that. Take this leaf, clip that off like that. So now you can see as Nicole is dusting, wow, look at how beautiful those leaves are. See, we trimmed it back a lot. So we just basically made it so all the vines are above the length of the stool there. See, all the vines are there now. And within the next few days or so, they'll actually send out new little shoots. They'll start propagating and growing. So, yeah. See, nice hard cut back. Now it'll be a lot easier to maintain and our trip and everything. And as you'll see here soon, this is really going to increase our propagation. So
Yeah.
we'll really have a large supply of these available because everybody should be able to enjoy a little Swiss cheese ivy. Look how gorgeous they are.
And now that we've cut her back, we can put some focus on painting this room and getting it ready to sell.
Yeah, because who wants that kind of cave? Look at the lighting in there.
Oh my
Horrible.
goodness.
Yeah. Well, here we are. We got our pots here ready to go. Look at all these cuttings we got. And this right here is a plant we did about 8 months ago. And you can see all the new growth. I mean, it's coming in nicely. And as it grows out, we've kind of spiraled it around the pot. And even other things have kind of snuck in. Look at that little wandering Jew. So, when it comes to this, we'll go ahead and start with a nice long, like look at that shoot here. This guy, we'll just simply cut the leaf off here, and then we want it to be able to go over the edge, but yet still be pretty. We'll take that and we'll sink it in, literally just push it in. Not too hard where you kink the stem, but make sure you get those roots and the nodes under the ground. And you see that will just hang over like that. So we'll have one nice center stem like that. And then we'll just simply take these. Some of them are a little long. And you can see what direction they're going. You see how it's going up that way, because there's like a lip. So this is the end that we'll put down, because this will be the node where the leaf shoots out the top. So we can go ahead and just cut that a little bit like that. And then we just stick it down in. Get deep in there. That way those roots can grow. Put there. And then grab another one out of the stack. So you can see how these leaves go. We can just give that a little clip. Clip off the lower leaf. And just stick it in. The more of these you have in here, the more new shoots you'll have. And then the more you'll be able to propagate off of the basket. These guys just want to grow. They're vines. As long as you get that root in the ground, they're going to be happy. So just clip off the lower leaf if there is one. Clip the stem a little bit so you know you can get that in the dirt. Give this guy a little bit of freedom so it can grow out like that. And just push it in the soil. Some of the thinner ones are weaker. So maybe shove your finger down in there. Make it easier on the stem and then close it up. And these guys are just going to go crazy. It'll look kind of stemmy at first, but it won't take long. And you will have
like this.
Yeah, exactly. And it'll be growing like crazy. And then you can take and propagate too and pass them on to friends, family, have them as gifts, or sell them.
Or just have them all over your house and let it grow along the wall like we did.
Yeah.
Well, any last propagation tips?
You know, don't try to overcomplicate things. Nature really wants to grow and do things. And study a little bit about a plant, learn it, and then have fun with it and propagate it. So the universe likes expansion and movement and creation. And this is a lot of fun. And it's neat because you take something that was just one and you just multiply it, multiply it, multiply it, and it gives you such an abundance. And this right here can bring you in an income or just fulfill you and make you happy. So bring in the abundance and enjoy what nature has to provide. Don't overthink it in the garden because things really are simple. And look at this, my friends. We got all of them finished, ready to go. So these guys here will be actually even more dense than this right here. This right here is literally only 4 vines. Most of these have like 9 to 12 in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are going to get going really well and strong, and we'll show you them over time. And some of them even already have like little suckers starting, you know, little tiny ones just ready to go, waiting for this opportunity to be cut off and allow them to get the strength to be able to send out new shoots. So this is going to go really quick, and it's going to be really nice. And if you want to get yourself one of these Swiss cheese ivies, which they're very hard to get a hold of us, because we got them. And if you want any more tips or tricks or anything, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like us, because we just keep coming out with more and more videos all the time, and that's how you're going to get all my little tricks and tips and everything else. So we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.